I'm Adam Watson.
I'm Julian Watson.
This is Dark Center Mafia Power Hour. Today we're taking a look at Justice League Dark Reflections issue number 2. This came with a box of cereal at one point in time, but I don't remember which cereal it came with. I do know, though, that in total, DC's put out at least 8 of these little tiny mini comics that come in boxes of cereal.
Huh.
We're looking at this not because the cover is so cool or anything like that, but because, I have a never ending mission to look at every promo comic we can, right?
Right.
This one is super tiny. To give an idea of the scale, here's a standard size issue, one that we just took a look at. You should be able to see that video on the channel now. That being said, though, this cover's not bad all in all.
Yeah.
It's not the best artwork I've ever seen, but it's far from the worst.
Yeah.
Coloring's nice. It's written by Fabian Nicieza. I was a little bit surprised to see that. And Rick Leonardi did the pencils. The reason I'm surprised by that is because both of those names are names that are recognizable.
Oh.
And generally, these promo comics, they don't actually put recognizable names on them.
Huh.
So it's cool that they actually hired professionals for this.
Yeah.
Bob Wyachek and Scott Hanna are the inkers. Rex Locus is a colorist, and Comicraft did the lettering. Scott Koblish did the cover artwork, and Val Staples did the cover coloring. I think that they made a mistake by not having Leonardi do the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leonardi, look at this. This is stronger artwork than what this is.
Yeah.
But maybe they had different artists do the interiors of these and just had the same cover artist do each of the covers. I don't know. I don't know how that worked.
Yeah.
Starts off in the Batcave with Batman and Alfred. Makes sense. Lead with the most popular character,
Yeah.
Batman's just got back from fighting Dr. Phosphorus, who's a villain I'm not going to pretend to know shit about.
Mm.
And he's reminiscing on Reflections. When he was a kid, he came home beat up from kids at his school because they didn't like that he was rich and started calling him Richie Rich. I don't know that being called Richie Rich is a reason to get in a fight. But he hates going to the school because they're not like them, meaning they're not rich like them,
Yeah.
right? Bruce went to a private school. Those kids had money too.
Yeah, but they're only millionaires.
Right?
They're a lower class than them.
Yeah, that's what his mom is trying to teach him. That the mirrors and lights that she sets up for her photography, which I didn't know Martha was a photographer until this.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually in like the mainline continuity or not. But setting up things like this gives her perspective. And being as mega rich as they are doesn't make them any better or worse than anyone else. And this is a perspective he needs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only because his parents were murdered that you can buy that line. Because otherwise, these people lived in like a mega mansion, had their own butler. Like, there's nothing relatable about the character of Bruce Wayne when it comes to any of that shit. So, as he's thinking back on the wise words of Martha, he sees what looks like a Robo-Batman in the mirror. Kind of weird that he can see him through the mirror right before he comes through it.
Yeah.
Just for the record, I worked in glass for 20 years. That's not how mirrors work. But I guess it is in this because the mirrors are actually doing this because of the guy's power.
Yeah.
So, I can forgive that.
There's a reflection of the characters.
Yeah, still seems kind of weird. Like, seems like he would have just jumped straight out of it. But, whatever. This is cool.
Yeah.
Batman doesn't know where he came from, but luckily he has his Justice League comm link in. And the Flash is instantly able to catch him and all of the other members who are listening in on what's going on. Basically, what's going on is the Flash is fighting this lame-ass villain, Mirror Master, when he inadvertently caused Mirror Master to be able to pull people from other dimensions, including this girl who I don't remember the name of, that's beating the shit out of the Flash. And basically, Mirror Master is just pulling people in that are the dark reflections of the Justice League from the alternate timelines. Not a bad concept. I don't really get how he's supercharged, but apparently Flash accidentally runs him and his machine in between two buildings that act as mirrors, and they supercharge his powers. Okay, a little bit lame, but it's alright. The same to kids, right? So yeah, then we see Superman, who's getting a dark reflection of himself. And then we instantly see him fighting him. So, Black Zero is the character's name. I don't know who that is. Maybe he actually is in the DC multiverse, though. Wonder Woman is battling Numenos. Don't know who that is either. Green Lantern Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz. I have seen these two characters, but I don't actually know who they are. Anyway, they're fighting kind of sort of doppelganger opposites of themselves. Aquaman's fighting a guy made out of land. Cyborg, I would tell you who he's fighting, but it doesn't really show it.
It's like nanotech kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it's like some sort of nano insect machines.
Okay. So yeah, as they're fighting, Batman proves how he's different than everyone, which was kind of the point in what Martha was telling him. It's not the money that makes you different. It's the fact that you're the world's greatest detective. She knew that way back then. And he figures out how to beat his doppelganger. So yeah, then Superman and the Green Lanterns and the Aquaman just start beating the shit out of him. I do wonder at this time period if there were two Green Lanterns on the Justice League or if it was just needed for the kind of cheesy ending of this. So then we get Batman thinking back in his past while he's potentially breaking this guy's neck. I'm not really sure if he's doing that or not.
Yeah, he's definitely choking him.
Right? And while there, the other kids are looking for Richie Rich to beat the shit out of him. But Batman, being Batman, turned the lights off on him and is going to beat the shit out of them. So I'm a little bit surprised they put that in a comic aimed at kids given away in cereal. Pleasantly surprised, though. Usually these sort of comics pull their punches. This one didn't in this way. I will point out, though, these kids are not poor kids.
No.
They're wearing suits and ties to school. Why are these kids picking on him for being rich?
Because they're only millionaires.
So, yeah, then we come back to the present where Batman realizes that in order to defeat them, you have to take their reflections away. What does that mean exactly? Not sure. But in order to accomplish it, they need to create a solar eclipse. Why? I don't know. It seems to me that the Flash or Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg could have just blasted Mirror Master's equipment. Superman could have picked it up and hurled it into the sun. They could have done a lot of things, right? But Batman, being the master tactician, thinks the correct answer is to cause a solar eclipse. And he could be breaking this guy's neck. I'm still not sure about that. I'm not sure what he's doing if he's not breaking it. Adjusting his spine, maybe? Is Batman a chiropractor?
Maybe.
So this is why two Green Lanterns were necessary for this particular issue. They're both needed to rope the moon. Which, just for the record, what is their Green Lantern ropes attached to on the moon exactly?
The moon.
Is it just this thing? Is this little jackhammer-looking wedge thing, they can drive that in the moon and then they can move the whole moon with just this thing?
I think the jackhammer is used to drop the stone on the...
That's what I
reflective-
thought. So what are they moving? What's the ropes attached to?
The ropes are just attached to the moon.
Okay, these guys can do anything if they can imagine it and have the willpower for it, right?
Yeah.
So why can't they just like draw little crisscrosses across the moon, something like that?
Yeah.
Whatever the case, these three assholes are moving the moon into an unnatural position to cause an eclipse. And after that neuters Mirror Master, the Flash is able to take apart his machine in no time and punch him in the face. It also turns out the Mirror Master was just after money the whole time, I guess. I didn't know that was his whole plan, but, you know, while they're busy causing an eclipse, he's busy robbing banks. And yeah, then they're all proud of themselves. They're going on about how much they rock. It's kind of a weak-ass ending.
Yeah.
But they cause an eclipse intentionally.
Who knows?
I know humanity has yet to move the moon on our own, right?
Right.
But we do know that our ocean's currents are linked to the gravitational pull of the moon and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
What the hell would it do to forcefully move the moon out of its natural rotation and drag it to another location?
Super tsunami.
Yeah, something like that, right? These are irresponsible superheroes in this comic. Then they sit around glad-hiding themselves. We're so great, we're powerful enough to move the moon, and fuck all those stupid humans who just died. That being said, as far as the comic goes that was given away for free with a box of cereal, this was better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh.
This actually made me interested in reading the other little minis that were available that way.
Yeah.
What did you think overall?
I thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was oddly enjoyable. Like,
Yeah.
when you think about it too much, it's like, no, you shouldn't move the moon like that. That's not something you should do. But this wasn't written by scientists. So you got anything else?
Nope.
All right, let's go make some comics. We didn't create the comics that were featured in today's episode, but we did create these. Check out Ghost Assassin in the Cards and the Chihuahua Who Flew Away mini comic, both of which were written by me. The Chihuahua Who Flew Away was illustrated
By me.